don't think they are going to be losing that title. This is their title to lose. Winning that game yesterday comfortably. They were playing as if they are playing at Anfield, even though they are playing away from home. It was a fantastic showing for Liverpool. For Manchester City, they are backed in winning ways. They won that game 2-0 against Leicester City. 3 games in a row or 4 games in a row that Van Nistelrooy has lost as a manager. So you need to fix up. You need to buy in January, or else he's going to be in relegation battle or probably go back to relegation. Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with my guys to talk about the Premier League and the Serie A too. And the Serie A happened this weekend. A few good games happened. We're going to talk about all that. And in Nigeria NPFL, somewhere Rangers went away to win an away game. After losing at home, they went away to get a win.
They don't want more. They don't want more. Stop them for road.
We
enter their house.
are going to be talking about all that on the show. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, dear listeners. Welcome to another exciting show. We won over the weekend, and all is right with the world right now.
Who is the we? Is it the Rangers FC? Any good Rangers or the other we?
Both we.
The we is one.
We is one.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Godwin, as you know, when you start your intro, I just like when you talk about Salah having 36 goals involvement in 25 games. But Godwin, I've not slept since last night. I've been mourning the disastrous performance. I'm not good. The morning is not good, Godwin. The morning is not good. How can you be good this morning when you lost with that kind of margin last night against
It
Liverpool?
should have been 7.
It should have been 10.
I'm living with Liverpool, you know. They should have made it 7. It would have been perfect, but it's fine. It's fine.
That get ended funny. 5-0 for Liverpool. Okay, let me give you the results for the EPL that happened this weekend. Before that, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and you can follow us on all social media platform on Facebook at Vote FM Sports. In fact, on all social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, that's Twitter, all of them are at Vote FM Sports. Once you search us, you can follow us. We have content for everyone. But for today, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, I'll give you the result of the EPL that happened. We have games today, Chelsea and Manchester United are playing today. We're going to talk about that on the show. But the results for the weekend's game on Sunday, no games on Saturday, so it's on Sunday. On Sunday is Leicester 0, Manchester City 2, Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Nottingham Forest are second on the table.
As it stands now.
I need you to hear it right now. They are second
as
on the
stands,
table.
If Arsenal play today, win.
It does not matter. They are second on the table. So other results: Crystal Palace 1, Southampton. I said Crystal Palace 2, Southampton 1. So Southampton is obviously going back to Division 2. Spurs 2, not Tottenham. Spurs 2.
Inconsistent FC.
Yeah, Spurs 2 and Wolves 2. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. Then the last game is West Ham 0, Liverpool 5. Okay, let's talk about the first game that happened. The first game was Leicester City and Manchester City. That is the first game. I think a couple of games in 13 games or 14 games. Now they have won 2 games. This is the second game they are winning in 14 games, which is very, very poor for them. Sevinho getting his first goal for City, John.
Yeah, you know, the most important thing now, while the highlights and everything is going to read a Sevinho classic and a Haaland scorer, the bottom line is that the main man, KDB, the Dutch of what do they call
it? The Dutch of Duchess.
The
Dutch of Belgium.
The Dutch of
Belgium
started the game. That's the most important thing for me. Like, you know, I'm happy he started because you could see the difference in the gameplay. You know, we are not yet back to 100%, but we won the game nonetheless. And kudos to Savinho for getting his first goal. And then also kudos to Haaland for getting back on the score sheet and shushing all the naysayers. You know, somebody said that City's flop is scoring more than one of that club's main
best player.
So it's fine.
For the season, no. But that one don't do injury. Calm down. I don't know why the drag go there. But good game for City yesterday. If you see where they will be played, I always say this: performance first. Performance is what will give you result. If you don't get the result, you know, okay, fine. This is the taking point from this game. You improve your performance and go into the next game. City has not been performing in the last couple of games. In the last 20 games, I don't think they performed, but they won some of those games. Now, in the last 14, this is their second win in the last 14 games. It tells you, even the ones they played, they draw against Juventus, they performed, but the cutting edge in the final third was not there. In this game against Leicester City, I just felt like Leicester City dropped the bomb. But this was tinkering with tactics. You're tinkering with players. We know players are off on injury, but the more you keep tinkering with the ones you have available, you have a problem. If you're going to tinker with them, tell them, if you're going to play formation of is a midfielder, let him play in midfield. Give him the right instruction to work with. Don't change the instruction that will make the setup look bad, because that was what happened last night. You get the instruction for Leicester City looked bad because they could not even go forward. There was no behind the defense run from Vardy. There was no behind the defense run from any of the front three, and there was no other person cutting or perhaps positioning himself to even track back and see the loose balls at the far end of the
For me, you won't blame him because some key players of that side are out, and it's not as if Leicester have a robust squad like Chelsea and a couple of other Premier League clubs. And that's why we keep coming back to this thing, because there are some teams that one guy goes out. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal were like toothless bulldogs without Odegaard. Yes. And we came in here, we called the match, we saw their performance for all the things that Saka tried doing. We didn't see him score as much as he did when Odegaard came back. Now, in that scenario, now, will you say that Arsenal are useless side? You can't say that.
I'm not saying they are useless. I'm just saying
in some games, scenario
some games
Leicester,
they went on to win.
Leicester now are without Fatawu. Fatawu scores for them. They are without Daka. They are also without Ndidi.
Okay.
But how many more players you want to lose? Yes, let's talk. I will leave wings one corner.
At least the person replace and
you know that these are key components, and it's not like they have any second 11 or third 11.
I'm not saying second.
So
I'm not saying
they
need to have 50-man squad. Look at them for Savino's goal. The person, nobody was tracking his run, and until that ball came in, until that rebound came in and he scored it, there was nobody tracking his run at the far end. That's the thing. When you don't have credible players in position, when you have a defender playing a tight, or perhaps a tight center three, you get, and your wing back is perhaps up, because if you look at the way they play, that was how they played. They played with 5-man defenders, 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, and all of that. But when you see formation on paper, you see 4-4-2. You see 4-2-3-1.
The interesting thing about this game is that the position is basically 50-50, and they had more passes than City in this game. Leicester City had 578 passes.
The bulk of them are sideways passes. When you don't have initiative to go forward, you just throw side pass.
When you give ball to your left back will look defensive if they give him to defender will send him back to center half. Just like Jorginho sending it back to Rudiger. That was what they were doing yesterday night. There was, if you want to calculate, that was like KDB said something about passes are the most useless stats, because when people like us calculate passes, you don't calculate sideways passes, calculate forward passes that would create a chance. If the pass does not create a chance, at least it causes a harm.
Okay, now the question now is: do you think that this win can help Man City the spark and get them? John has been talking about these 14 games in the row that are going to start winning somewhere around. They start around this ending of December, early January, and start doing that. Do you think that they can actually start that winning streak if they buy well in January 1? And number 2, do you think that they can make top 4? Because if you look where they are on the table, they are not even in top 4 now.
The point difference between them and 4th position is what you look at. It's not much. Possibly top 4. But those people that are fighting for top 4 safe go, they are not even letting their foot off the pedal. They run the marathon with you. They even sprint for the marathon, Joy. Because look at Nottingham Forest. After that win yesterday, they went up straight to 2nd. Depends on what Arsenal and Chelsea does today. Because if Arsenal wins today, they are coming back to 3rd position. And they'll stay there, a point ahead of Chelsea.
Like for me, I will keep saying that my focus has always and will always be winning our games, and let the usual suspects do what we know them to do.
Okay, let's see what happens with City, and if Pep Guardiola is going to be qualifying for the Champions League next season. It's strange when we say things like this, that imagine them fighting for top 4. It happens. If Arsenal and Chelsea wins their game in hand, that means they are 6 points behind Nottingham Forest, who stays 4th. Which is actually
I think Nottingham Forest will be ahead of
Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. If both, let's say Arsenal and Chelsea win today and tomorrow, then that means Nottingham Forest
will be ahead of Nottingham Forest.
So I think it's going to be a fight for them. If Nottingham Forest keep winning their games, they will probably qualify for the Champions League. But let's see. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube and read some of the comments here. And okay, Emmanuel, good morning to you. Anacletus Obi, good morning. Judah, okay, I can see all of you here. Okay, Anacletus Obi is saying, I'm happy we celebrated a win today. Okay, or yesterday, though we managed to escape because they hit the bar twice yesterday. Leicester was too careless yesterday. If not, City would have found it so difficult. Judah Onunko is saying, funny enough, I think Man City played better against Everton, even Juventus, but this game is result oriented. John, make una do fast sell. Okay, McCarthy, who is
Why would I sell McCarthy?
Why you go sell academic
Why would
graduates?
I sell
Where they
McCarthy?
ball?
I think
Which club? This guy want buyer.
I think he
Talk
was,
to your club won't buyer because the guy good.
Confess.
Because when you see sparks of brilliance in a player, you will know people will be hunting for him.
okay, that game ended 2-0. I think he is right. They were just result oriented. They just wanted to win this game anyhow. They can win it, but they actually won that game 2-0. So let's see if that spark this win can take them to a greater height. Okay, let's move over to the surprise of the season. Nottingham Forest, they went to Goodison Park that has been collecting points from everybody, collected points from Chelsea, Arsenal, everybody, but Nottingham Forest went there and won at Goodison Park 2-0, guys.
Normally, the usual suspects on the score sheet.
Oh, who scored? This one is turning to something else. I don't
Yes.
understand. Gradually just scoring 1-1.
Talk about a late bloomer in his prime.
See, we do not fit score up to 10 Premier League goals 3 seasons ago.
Like,
When
he
they
just
score,
scored- I
when
don't
they score
know.
week in, week out.
Like,
But look at people that scored. Morgan Gibbs, White.
Yeah.
Is it Gibbs White? Well, the people that scored, I don't know how this man has managed to revamp people's career. Because you see, the last match, I think their last game, Elanga was scoring a goal.
Elanga got an assist.
An assist. Now in this game, he got an assist. Beautiful. As a performance is just, you ask yourself, these are the people that all the big teams rejected.
who has
Man
scored
United
11 goals this
rejected,
season?
Chelsea rejected. What's it called? There are many of them that great team rejects. In that team, Liverpool rejects. And they are still in that team. They are playing good football. And you ask yourself, okay, why? If these players now were playing for their teams respectively now, it means the numbers would have been different. Because if Elanga was playing for Man United at this point, the numbers for Man United would have been up a bit. At least he go up
See,
small.
that somebody is performing in small club doesn't mean they will go to big club and perform.
You see, he can also
That's
mean that
the
they can.
thing, though.
can
That's
also
the
mean-
thing.
We have seen
It can also
superstars go to big clubs and flop.
Got it.
Football is just football is just
True
somehow.
talk.
I see this guy at Man United as an academic graduate. Not that he's a star player, but potential there. He's a big run. Waiting, Ahmad they do that for Man U. Now run, mark ball, create chance, pass ball, other person score. That was what he was doing as well.
Fundamentals.
The fundamentals, and you do it well. That's what he was doing at Man United at some point before Ten Hag said he is not Man United's quality. And let's look at those fundamentals. Is still what he's doing at Leicester City. At Nottingham Forest. Run, chase the ball, get the ball back, pass it forward. Whenever you get the chance, cross to the striker to score. It's as simple as that. Just do the fundamentals and do it well. The others will just be added bonus. Perform in the fundamental way, and every other thing will be added bonuses. And that's what Nottingham Forest have done all through the season. Chase the ball, get the ball back, send it forward, score their goals, and seal the win.
John, what is happening at Nottingham Forest is like this. That Juju is working this season. Because I don't understand. Because I see these games apart from City and Arsenal. That's the only team that has actually played them and won them this season. Every other games they actually come and play and win games. So I don't know. They are second on the table. That is, I'm surprised.
And it's not surprising. One, it's not surprising. Two is that if you go back in history, this is a big club nonetheless. Forget about the fact that they were relegated at a certain point in time. The oldest club in England, they had a taste of the Champions League. They've been there, they've done it, they've won it. Okay, and what we are just seeing is while others are busy flexing one thing or the other, these guys went underground and were slowly building
what?
Building a team.
Because it's not the work.
But you're seeing the result is the output. The input is the work they've done behind the
Not because
scenes.
they haven't built team, say if you win Champions League, but they have been gathering talents from here around. They've been gathering talents here and there and there and there, getting small players in. And I think the former manager came in, met the Odois and Elangas and some other players and couldn't work with them. He got himself fired, and now this man is back there. I think the last interview I heard Houghton Odois say, he said it's not about the number of players he has on the squad. It's not about the bench. The bench is not as great as the first 11, but sometimes he manages to put in the bench players who are not as good as the first 11, and it makes them look like a family.
Well,
an extended family from different countries.
For me, the secret to Nottingham Forest this season is Nuno being able to get underachievers to outperform their average.
That's always the thing about that's always the bad thing about average clubs. If you can actually somehow motivate them to, somebody is like maybe a 5 then suddenly they are not playing like a 7 or a 8.
Yes.
Imagine getting all your whole team to play, and it's somehow in football. Once you pick form, everybody just in your team just suddenly
Yes.
picks form. Everyone start playing well.
If you don't
Suddenly,
pick form now, you go sit down for bench. Now you write jam next year.
apart from that, it happens in football sometimes. The
True.
whole team, average players, all of them just pick. Not that they pick from, they start, as John said, they start performing above average together. And if you put that strength together, it becomes very strong.
Yeah.
That was what happened to Leicester
at some point they won that league. Everybody there, including their
below
Morgan
average.
players, were playing
Below
well.
average. As in, they just came in and they were playing like world class players. And it felt like these are 10/10 players. They should be playing for Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, but it is what it is.
So for Everton, they need to do something. They have been taking points away from big boys. But for this game, Nottingham Forest won that game 2 goals to nil. They are second on the table. So kudos to Nottingham Forest on our YouTube channel. And okay, Judah is saying Nottingham Forest shows that for you to go far in EPL, your front three must be effective and your defense solid. At least make them show Chelsea how to be title contenders. Okay, Emmanuel is saying, John, you can't say the exploit of Forest is not surprising. Even Forest
For me, it's
team
not
will be
surprising.
surprised at how good they have become. Nobody will expect them to be second on by this time on the table. No matter what.
See, when we talk about they are second on the table, yes, it's nice to see them there. But the problem
surprising to see them there.
It's surprising to see them being second. But this is what you get when you do the fundamentals right. That's just it. Like we're saying that some countries are sleeping when we are having qualifiers and games, and then they come to the tournament, and at the tournament they do not perform, right? While other countries that were busy working behind the scenes come to the tournament and house big names. And this is what we are seeing in the Premier League. Some other clubs were just doing the normal thing. Some of them didn't invest, buy players, sell players, do big. These guys have consistently focused on building the team and getting the team where they are right now.
I think I agree with Emmanuel, because sometimes it happens in football. For example, you do not expect a Wood to score 11 goals by December. That is the truth. That is the fact about
the thing is, 2 years ago, nobody expected Newcastle to go to Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, imagine Newcastle now. They are not in contention of top 4.
So now, Aston Villa.
So you have to be surprised.
Newcastle not being in the top 4 is an output. If you go back and you check the input, you see there are things that should have been done. That
the output is not consistent. So
probably the output not they straightforward. That's why the output they shake.
If we go back now, you will see that they said that some, after receiving the seed, bought 30%, some 60%, some 100%. So go back and look at the fundamentals. Nothing is wrong with the seed. The problem is the soil.
What I'm saying that, for example, Newcastle did not sell the same players, the same coach, but they are not in contention of top 4.
It comes back to the fundamental, like, was the coach able to bring out the best in them? 1, 2, the players, are they ready to take instruction and work? Like we're seeing in some other places.
Let's be honest, it's just about injuries.
I
don't think it's about
injuries. It's a surprise for me that Nottingham Forest is on this.
Name me one decade that somebody didn't make the top 6. One decade. Every decade there's one new outbreaker. There's one new person that is coming in to break into the top 6.
Okay, for this season it's Nottingham Forest. Okay, for the next game is Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves. That game ended to Spurs.
Disappointing
result for them. They even though Wolves scored first, then they went 2 goals to 1. They scored 2, and I was thinking, okay, that this game they're going to. Then they considered in the last 3 minutes of the game. That game ended 2-2, and this Wolves now is 3 games, 2 wins and 1 draw. Fantastic result for the guy.
Reality check incoming.
You know, again, I talked before. Wolf now Portugal team be breeding ground, and he's done a good job. I won't lie about it. He's done a good job. I think the best thing that will happen to Fasting Wanderers is getting a Portuguese manager. In respect to Santos, Portuguese manager did a good job with them. This man now, Portuguese manager coming in doing a good job with them. So they should just stick with the Portuguese flag and continue to fly high in the Premier League. But if they say let them change, because the time they went in to bring an English manager, they almost went back to the Championship, and from there they would have gone to the Ligue 1. So they should keep on bringing in Portuguese players and Brazilian players to play their team. And it's a good result for them yesterday night, because look at Tottenham Hotspur, inconsistent FC, the way they played. And when you make those, I think one thing is reading the game and reading too much into a game. You make a sub and your game starts shaking. You make two subs and it's all. I made a mistake. I'm trying to correct the mistake in the next sub, and you keep making another mistake. That's what happened to some sports last night.
Yeah, the thing about this Wolves side, they are not actually playing defensive. They even with the way they set up,
No.
they had more possession than Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
They had more passes.
Yeah.
They had more shot. Okay, shot on goal is 3-3. That guy actually changed the. I think
They were most. If you look at the formation, he's playing the same thing.
Nuno's played.
No, he's playing the same thing. Amorim is playing
It's
for
playing the same thing.
Manchester United.
Nuno played the same formation.
Same formation is playing.
Listen.
5 man at the back, and he occupy the midfield and have the Wang Yi-chan up front to do anything he wants to do. But for me, whatever the performance was yesterday, you still need to color it with the filter that Tottenham Hotspurs are without their back two pairing.
Yes.
That's the number one, because whoever you have standing in for them, they are not, let me say, of equal quality. One, they are not even of the same mindset or mentality. So that's always going to be a deficit for them going into this game. But for me, I hope it's now becoming clear to some Premier League clubs and some Premier League managers who love being pig-headed that you can't have a Saliba, Magalhaes and then go and sleep and say for the season you are good, because there are some teams that their job is to come and take one of your key players out.
Yes.
That's their job.
Take him out. I
forgot what they call them. There's a name they call them in Japanese. They know that their aeroplane is suicide mission, so they are going to just go and crash. But the problem is they want to go and crash where they can take out as much people as they can take out, and that's what some of these teams do. Look at the way that Tottenham season has just been derailed now because of these two centre halves not being
available. The funniest part is not that even if those two are available, they are going to challenge for the league.
No, they're not challenging for the league, but performance. God, understand one thing now. It's not about challenging for the league. We know that Tottenham, they also want to play Premier League, qualify for Champions League, go Champions League, reach round of 16, come back house. Yes. Nothing concerning them and trophy, we know. Because even when they reach trophy, they say, no, they don't want that. It be like Bitacola for their mouth. No, trophy they help, it be like Bitacola for Tottenham mouth. But look at it now, when you have your two starting defenders, and you have your credible defensive midfielders, you play your good football. The attack line will not be scared of running back to defend with you.
Yes.
They will also run back to defend with you, but they'll feel more relaxed defending from the front. And if they miss them in the front, they know that the defense line can handle what they can handle. And that's just it.
I'll give you a clear-cut example. When next Manchester United is playing or Tottenham is playing, once they lose that ball at that half-line circle, just watch the facial expressions of the defenders as they are running back to go and cover those positions. It tells you that they know that this place is a liability for us. Okay. You get so, and that's just it. When you start overthinking what you need to do to mark, where you need to come back, who is supposed to be in position, you're already in disarray. It's easy for anybody to pick you off.
So 2 days time, January transfer window opens for the winter transfer. So any club that feels that they have they lack in any area of the pitch, defense, attack, you can now buy. So if Spurs think that they need a defender, they can buy. So they can stop complaining.
Defenders, one dozen defenders.
Arteta.
Okay, let's move out to our YouTube channel. Okay, Aneglet is saying 2 years ago, Newcastle had heavily invested heavily, so I am not surprised. See this Forest side, there is no one you can say is the star man. The entire team is just shining. Imagine Aina so Aina is playing well. Okay, Anacletus will be saying, John, were you expecting Forest at top 4 at the beginning of the season? It is a pleasant surprise to see them stable at top 4. Nobody would have mentioned them at the beginning of the season. Okay, nobody who mentioned them at the beginning of the season. Okay, let's move over to the next game. The next game is Crystal Palace 2 and Southampton 1. We don't need to dwell on this. Southampton is going back to championship. There is nothing to talk about here. They are just there. They are rooted. They are rooted at the bottom.
They are anchored to the 20th
position. They use chain them, but they are not even moving.
For that bottom seat.
They just there's no even reason for us to talk about it. So they are going back to relegation.
If you notice Crystal Palace building back to form.
Yes, they have been.
If they say they don't build back to form this since beginning of season, then at least for that top 4 conversation. For they talk about them, I still talk about Nottingham Forest now.
But that game ended 2 goals to 1 for Crystal Palace. They are picking form. They picked form recently. For Southampton, I don't know what to explain for them. I don't want to say anything, but for them, they are going back. They are going back
to them.
There's no
winning the playoff. and
Yeah.
coming to the Premier League.
They are just
All
going back.
to go back in 1 year.
They are just going back to
Well, what would
relegation.
you have said of Burnley though? Burnley won the championship,
And
came
went
up
back.
and
And
went
went
back.
back.
So how
They
far?
won it. They didn't even go
They
playoff.
didn't even go via playoff, and they played. They played how many games unbeaten, how many wins in a row to qualify and just to go
and that one
back.
papers. Let's is in that conversation. But the thing
So
is, at least Burnley had the same manager in the Premier League and in the Championship. Maresca left Leicester City, so if they go back to relegation now, which they are sitting 18th on the table, if they go back to relegation, we understand. But for this, my guys, Southampton, they sacked their manager after how many games? So it's going to be tough to tell.
Okay, let's see what Southampton is going to do. Emmanuel is saying, let Southampton just pack and go. They are becoming really annoying. They were running like bunch. Okay, they were running like a bunch without training. I don't even know what is wrong with that team. I think the new coach is stalling. I don't know why the new coach has not even arrived. Probably in don't do this situation. Say, oh more, this one go hook.
You don't
see how that it's easy to fire manager, but to replace no.
No, I think they have to just go for a coach that probably want to go to the championship and try to win them back. That's the only way they can. Okay, the next result is Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. These are the two middle team in England that are actually picking points everywhere, either draws or wins. So if you look at Fulham, they won against Chelsea, and they drew against Bournemouth. For Bournemouth, they won against Arsenal, won against Manchester City, and I think Man U too.
They trashed Man U.
They trashed me. So now this game ended 2-2. Good game for our boys. Our boys it will be, and
there is to say middleweight fighter go fight heavyweight champion, you go win. You go come back to the middleweight class, not go fit win match. These are them coming back to meet each other. Bournemouth versus Fulham, and couldn't get a result.
I think it's to be expected because they cancelled each other.
Yes, I think it's good. Both of them they tried.
The thing is, look at the way they performed. You say okay, his performance is there, but the results didn't just show up, because look at Fulham playing. They needed a win in that game. Fulham was supposed to win that game. For me, it was just a game of Fulham running the game, making everybody play their football, but they just allowed some goals in, and they were not supposed to allow. I think defensive lapses.
For me, it's let me say, when you think you've won the game and you're just waiting to see out the game, and then you concede those goals that are not really nice to concede. The concentration has to be there 247 till you hear the final whistle. That's just where I felt that they dropped the ball.
Yeah, Fulham was winning 2-1, but they considered that for last 5 minutes or last 2 minutes of the game, 89 minutes, they considered that goal, and that game ended 2-2. I think it's a great point for both teams, because both teams are doing well. Okay, to the final game of yesterday is West Ham 0, Liverpool 5. Okay, before that, let's read one of the comments about Southampton. Southampton on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and Kokitibi is saying the new coach coming to Southampton is not learning from Amorim Abi. You are seeing fire and you want to enter.
It's not about seeing fire. They sacked him. He's not a good coach on the job.
Okay, and Akleto be saying Fulham dropping points was painful. They almost won that match and carelessly gave away the goal. Fulham was at the position to win that match. Okay, Paul Rogers, welcome to the show. So let's talk about how great Liverpool are. We should have the league wrapped up by February. Okay, it's going
that spirit.
Going to be a special season for us. It's going to be a special season for them. Truthfully, they are top everywhere. Champions League.
One thing is, when Liverpool want to win the trophy, they always win it
with margin
far before the second. It's not about let's wait the last 2 games of the season. They win it in match day 26.
Why are you
okay, let's talk about that game. That game against West Ham, they went to it's not Upton Park again. Where is the stadium again?
London Stadium.
Okay, London Stadium. Okay, they went to London Stadium and trashed West Ham 5 goals to nil. If you look at that game, they were it's like a training ground for them. Anything. Once they move, any attack looks like they want to score. Any attack they go, it looks like they want to score. And Salah getting a goal and assist. He should have about 2 assists, but one was a little bit of deflection, so he wasn't counted for him. Salah and Liverpool and Slot, they are actually going to run away with this league, guys.
Yeah, like it's as expected in the terms of I expected 7, and I'm still begrudgingly looking at Liverpool. They should have just done this thing for me. Just this one little task. Make
Santa,
it 7.
Santa travel. You know what that task? So Santa been travel. Santa travel. He no come Nigeria this time.
At
He no
least they
even
should have spelled
he no
West
even
Ham for me.
he no even
you
go
know.
London.
But
You
they
get-
spelled West, remaining the
So,
Ham.
this coach, he was given, he was warned that he's going to be sacked. So he started picking points. So everybody was thinking, okay, against Liverpool, okay, at all, at all.
If-
Maybe they are going to lose.
Maybe imagine no too
Yes,
much.
maybe like
You know, say, anytime I say come here, you know, I come here, I say, okay, I thought, you know, say we go lose. Now, Lopetegui, you know, get sense. Highest, Liverpool just beat us like 2-1, 3-1. Let's see me, I
They
hope,
whine me.
based on saying that Liverpool now, they day on top form. But when I see the match, 56 minutes, now, yeah, they show now, me and you, they watch ball. 56 minutes, 4-0. 56, I just stand up, they go house. I told him, John, I know if you watch this thing again, I want cry. I go house, go cry. Make them not see me, they cry for Junction. I feel enter bus now, made everybody say, why is he crying? Did he lose somebody? Now my team they lose. I just went 4-0. I just went home. Because how can I be seeing a game? I am supporting a side that I am playing against one of the biggest or title contenders. And I don't put up a performance at all. There was nothing going for me in that game. Not even the backward side. At least, even if you know you cannot go forward, pass between defenders. Carry everybody back and just be passing around. Don't go, just have more passes in your own boss 18. Goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, come back again. Do like that again. If you're going to do like that, at least now we have up to 500 or 300 passes a game. We don't have up to 250 passes. Even the 270 passes we had, 65% and 45% of those passes were not complete.
I think it's to be expected because Antonio is not available, one. And then
See,
the man that should have played in that position, full crew, was not started. Rather, they carried a Bowen who should be playing on the flank to play in that position.
John.
Before you go, let me give you statistics of this game that is interesting.
Yes, give me.
Liverpool had 22 shots in total, 13 on target, so it should have been about 10 goals.
Oh,
Then West Ham has 7 and 0 shot on target,
wow.
which is very poor. Imagine playing at home, you consider 22 shots and 13 of them was on target.
Wow.
It was, I think, it's a very poor showing, from West Ham.
Poor showing from West Ham, you know.
It wasn't like it's like.
Can you even imagine that Alisson was not
Tested, that's what I'm
Let
saying.
me tell you, 7 shots off target.
0 on target. That means Alisson didn't even have to make
As
it.
in Alisson just did like this. Just a sniff for match. Just they sniff the chop to go. They don't even attempt, they don't even shake him, but they say, they don't come, make I stand guard. They just they sleep, they chop chingom. And the match, I think for me, I felt like, okay, fine, these people are not available. Fukru cannot play the style he wants to play. Hold up play. That was what, if you want to play an Antonio up front, you need him to bully a Van Dijk. You need somebody that will be in front, bully a Van Dijk, take the ball off Van Dijk, and perhaps pass it sideways for somebody else to run in and get a goal. That was where you need Bowe. But in some games, I think we just tried it, playing Bowe and some other person as front nine. They always have this flex between them of perhaps passing around and dribbling past defenders.
I think it's time for Bowen to go to a bigger club. I think
you don't go like calm down. You don't go like calm down. It's time for Saka to go to Real Madrid.
It's time for
Saka to go to Real Madrid.
It's time for Kudus to move on too.
And Kudus
is same with Paqueta too.
I think Bowen.
I feel like that
you dey eye my Paqueta since Man City. If you don't get, say as I think dash you Declan Rice. Arsenal, I think that's Arsenal Declan Rice. 105 million. They don't pay well. They don't pay well. Now that's in a dash.
Now they pay you.
You just be like this Christmas. If person say bag of rice for you, make person say bag of rice for you 20,000.
Because you use that money buy 3 players, 3 of them are market.
If person say bag of rice for you this Christmas 20,000, maybe dash the rice.
3 players are market.
But that game is very
interesting. 3 players I buy no dey
because West Ham did not. I don't know.
Wastage of money.
If the coach continues this way, they have to sack him because there is no way you have to play at home and book.
If you sack him, who you go bring?
Zidane.
That's why go carry you go relegation.
Bring Zidane.
Zizou. Let's talk about Salah.
Don't bring Rooney. Rooney don't sabi anything.
Let's talk about Salah before we move over to other games. Salah, if you look at his performance this season, he is the first Premier League player that have double digits before December. That means he has plus 10 goals and plus 10 assists. Fantastic player for that guy. And he was asked after the match, and he was saying that the contract is still far from being concluded. I don't know why Liverpool is still dragging this matter. They should come on.
Be him. He get closer for that contract with Salah no one sign.
I think the problem is that they don't really give over 30 long-term contracts.
No team gives over 30 long-term contracts. Look at Real Madrid. Look at Real Madrid. Toni Kroos, 1 year. After the 1 year, they were still negotiating another 1 year, seeing if they can just take. If you after that 1 year, they now have
Or
to
probably,
tell you
or probably
maybe
Salah
you
is looking
take
It's
for more
pay
usually
money.
cut.
1 year with an option of another year extension. Now that's two
Tony
now,
Cruz.
basically.
That Tony Cruz, you see, before they, you know, what I mean, if your performance no dey up there, if you just decide not to
So you
trigger
are telling
the.
me Tony Cruz performance no dey up
No,
there?
I'm not
What are
saying
we
and
saying?
Real Madrid is stupid for there. I'm not saying if your performance no dey up there,
No,
they fit
sometimes
take first not to trigger.
no,
Look at Luka Modric,
some
they
certain
trigger.
players, no, some certain players they know you're not going to leave the club. For example, they know Tony Cruz have said it. He's not going to play for any other team after Real Madrid is going to retire. So they can be giving him 1 year contract. It's not a problem for them. Modric the same thing. But for Salah is still 33 or so. He wants to play for Liverpool. He doesn't want to go to Saudi. He doesn't even want the money. He wants to play for Liverpool. Liverpool should give him more. Probably, I don't know what the problem is. Probably he's looking for more money. You know, if they give him another contract, they have to improve on that contract. They don't have to
Of
pay him.
course, of
Pay him
course.
what he used to pay
And
him before.
secondly, you know, there are some things that we see clubs do, which is, for example, now you have a player with you on 80,000. The player has performed over 3-4 years, giving you performances that somebody who is on 200k a month at your club is not giving you. And at the point of renewal, you want to step him up from 80 to 150. It doesn't make sense.
It's double now. It's double the number now.
It doesn't make sense.
You want
because
triple now?
no, now the guy who's been on 200,
You want to triple am now. You
the
double
guy
it
who's
is
been
okay.
on 200, who's not been performing, who's not been doing.
No be fault na PR and the agent na negotiate better deal. It's just like I can go and negotiate for a deal. You go and negotiate for the same deal. Now who gets sweet mouth pass? Now I go get am. I can go and buy bag of rice 70k. You go and buy the same bag of rice for 150,000. Is the way as Christmas they be? Now who gets sweet mouth pass? And for Salah, I think they didn't negotiate, and I think that's what they want to come now. Negotiate for a better price.
Part of the
in
problem
the future.
Liverpool had is that they didn't know. Probably they didn't foresee that Salah is going to be this good this season. No, they know if nobody look at the number. This is even the first time he's put up this number by December.
Godwin, this guy has competed for the Golden Boot in the Premier League.
I understand
on
what
multiple
you're saying,
occasions.
but if you look at last year and last 2 seasons, he's been depreciating a little bit.
Definitely, see,
even in last season for club, he wasn't really that on top form.
When you change your midfield setup, everybody was struggling.
Of course, that's the thing.
And I think the first season, why you're talking about this, the first season you're talking about was the first season he struggled was when Mane was not with him.
Yes.
He struggled. There was no Mane, there was no Firmino.
Yes.
So there was a struggle there to adapt to the new set of players he has with him. Now he has adapted to the new set of players. He now changed the whole midfield setup, the supply line. Now the supply line again, there will be a struggle. Now the supply line has been there for 1 year.
And of course, let's not forget that some of those supply line are looking for goals for themselves.
Definitely, age is Dominic.
Yes, now.
Okay,
and they still get the goals, all thanks to him providing the assist.
Okay, let's see what Liverpool and Salah is going to be doing. Okay, let's move over to our YouTube channel. And okay, Paul Rogers. Okay, let's start with Neglected to be saying Nonso. You see the beat. Did you eat before 6 p.m. because at 35 minutes it's already 3-0?
Yeah.
At 54 minutes, it was already 4-0. I went home to go and eat.
Okay, for Rogers is now saying Liverpool have too much firepower. We have never got out of third gear yesterday. It was scary how good we can be. That means they didn't.
Oh, they are mine now.
Yes, and he's saying, okay, come on. He said, you have never seen Van Dijk bullied. It's very rare for anybody to bully Van Dijk once in a while. And finally, he's saying coming from Liverpool. Finally, he's saying Paul Rogers is saying coming from Liverpool. He's from Liverpool. I will tell you, all three will sign a new contract. The three is talking about Trent, Salah
and Van Dijk.
And Van Dijk. Three of them. He's saying that he's from Liverpool, so he's saying that three of them.
I wouldn't hold my breath on Trent.
Well, they live in Liverpool.
Godwin.
They live in.
I wouldn't hold my breath on Trent.
I know. Well, I don't know for Trent, but he lives in Liverpool, so he's telling us that three of them will sign a new contract. So let's see what will happen with three of them. Okay, Jaja. Somto is saying this league is for Liverpool this season. They are a league. Okay, they are on the league on their own. Okay, they are going to definitely win this league. Okay, let's talk about today's game. We have fixtures for today. We'll get your prediction. We'll talk about them and get prediction for today. For today's fixtures is Ipswich Town versus Chelsea. That game is happening at 8:45. Aston Villa versus Brighton the same time. And finally, it's Manchester United versus Newcastle. That one is 9 p.m. Okay, let's talk about them a little bit. And Arsenal is playing tomorrow. He's playing on Wednesday, not today. Okay, Arsenal is not playing. He's playing on Wednesday. Okay, against Chelsea, lost their game at Stamford Bridge. Now they are going to Ipswich Town. Arsenal actually played 1-0. Arsenal won with a small margin, even though Arsenal played them. But can Chelsea go down and win? You know that sometimes, somehow, Ipswich Town used to score goals, even though they didn't score against Arsenal. But they are playing at home against Chelsea. Probably they might take risks and try to win that game.
The thing is, make this guy no start, because I think he's now the weapon fashion against them. All the matches where he starts and they lose. Calvin Phillips take it the bench, because any match he starts they lose. Any match is on the bench and he comes in 60th minute, they manage to win.
This is just beef.
It's not beef. It's the way it is.
It's beef.
This guy, you know, I was winning matches after the Clarice left. Then when this guy starts, him and Zuma, I don't know what they do. They just concede goals. This guy is not good enough for the Premier League.
If you say Zuma, you're angry that Lopetegui set.
No, I'm just saying this guy set Zuma up. Now he make Lopetegui come on Zuma for the team. Come on, captain, send captain of the team, go low.
It's fine.
Again, so this man now, this Calvin Phillips of a guy, he should just retire from football.
Also, leave Calvin Phillips alone.
Thank you.
Talk about every time you are complaining about. Is it on your team?
It's not my
your
team. But if I want a team to do well, I need the worst players of that team to be benched.
Leave him
If
alone.
this guy wants, if this Ipswich guy McKenna wants to do well, bench Calvin Phillips, play somebody else, and you get a result against Chelsea.
Okay, John Lee, I don't know what Nonso is always against Calvin Phillips. Okay, Nonso, Maresca is going to try to get back to winning ways. So he needs to win because top four is becoming tough.
Of course.
If he doesn't start picking up points, then he keeps saying that he's not in the title race. Good for him. That means he wants to qualify for top four. Good for him. But he needs to start picking up points because Nottingham Forest are not dropping points. Arsenal are picked up form, so they need to start picking. And suddenly Man City is coming up gradually, so he needs to pick up points, especially 3 points for this game.
Yeah, I don't see Ipswich Town stopping Chelsea from picking up 3 points in this encounter. One. Secondly, 3 points in this encounter puts them 1 point above Nottingham Forest, so that's not an issue. So in this game now, the fundamental is just Maresca going out there and getting his 3 points. I don't see Ipswich scoring. No. Sorry to say.
Okay, let's get your prediction for that game.
Yeah, I'm seeing maybe a 3-0 for Chelsea.
For Chelsea,
I know if you predict, if I know you predict by lineup. If this guy is starting 3-0 for Chelsea, but if he's on the bench,
B for
at least 1-0 for Chelsea.
Okay, before we talk about Man U, let's get your prediction for Aston Villa and Brighton. Who wins that game?
It's going to be tough, but it's going to be tough.
Tough game, man.
We all stick with Aston Villa, but I think Fabian for me.
John?
Villa winning it.
Fabian for me, he's done well in Premier League.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester United and Newcastle. This is going to be a big game, very big game for Amorim. He needs to start somehow. He needs to start picking up wins somehow, but they are going to play Newcastle side that last recent game they are actually done well in some games.
Scoring
now.
Multiple goals.
Yes, and Isak has picked up form and he's scoring goals now. For Manchester United, they are playing at Old Trafford today. They are playing at home. Probably he's going to stick with the 3-man defense. He's 5-man at the back, or I don't know what he's playing now.
5-man at the back, just leave it like that.
So and this guy has a red card, Fernandez, so he's not going to start him. So do you think that it's time for him to bring in Rashford? Now Fernandez is out with suspension.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that. You know, it will be another exciting fact to be who he gives the ban to today. You know, he was asked that question after the game, and he said that they should look out for who you give the ban to. I don't know, I don't want to even get into the weeds of who he wants to give the ban to, but I think the most important dimension to this game is what's been going on in the media about Amorim. We've had washed up wannabes like Tim Sherwood and a couple of other Gary Neville talking bad about Amorim in the press, saying yes, he's handled the media fine, but he's not getting results and all of that. I just think, like, Baba, if you've not won anything, you can't come here and be talking bad about somebody who just started a job that somebody said, and I quote, that Manchester United needs open heart surgery. And that surgery has not been done. What we are doing is just whitewashing. You know, this is what the Bible says, that you wash the outside and the inside is filthy. You know, this is what we are doing right now. This is where Manchester United is right now. They are going to struggle in that game because, let me be frank with you, Newcastle, they are not here to play.
Okay, no, so what do you think will happen?
They're not here to play, and they know that there's blood in the water. So all the sharks are coming.
Before the game, we talk about tactics. You get tactics. We talk about who is going to start. And who is going to start for Man United is going to be definitely Højlund, Zeski in front position. Ahmad, that's the front three. Ahmad, Zeski, and Højlund in the front three. Then in the midfield, you have Anugati and Casemiro. Definitely two defensive midfielders that could play out from the back. Then definitely you have at least a draw in this one. Then you have maybe a Garnacho coming in and all of those people coming in to play for you, and an Anthony coming as a sub. But you just need to have your back three the way it is. Then have at least one-sided. We always see that one side has a defender and one side has a forward-minded player. At some point, you see a Garnacho in the left, a Mazraoui on the right, a Dalot on the left, and Ahmad at the right. So it balances off when you shift.
But recently, he's been playing 5 defenders.
Yes,
so you understand. When you shift it, when you shift that
in that position and Dalot in the other side.
That's what I'm saying. When you shift it somehow, you see a 4-3-3. But in recent games, we've seen a 5, whatever it is. We've seen a 5-2-3, and it's not good for Man United. So I believe we should go back to his 4-2-3 or 4-3-3. Whenever they switch.
For me, they should just move back Ahmad wing back the way he started the first 3 games.
That's what I'm saying.
It was working. I don't know
why
he has to change
Dalot
it.
on the left, Ahmad at the right. Then Anthony has to come in. Then maybe Anthony has to come in this game. Anthony, Dalot, Ahmad, Zeski, and Højlund up front.
Okay, let's say your prediction for that game is Manchester United and Newcastle. Who wins?
The thing is, in this game now, Man United will not be able to create a noise. Let alone
who wins?
Nobody wins.
0 a draw?
Draw, yes.
Okay, John.
Newcastle could win it, man.
Okay, let's take phone calls now. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Tell us what you think. Your prediction for today's game. Chelsea and Manchester United both are playing today. Call us and tell us your prediction for that game. For our YouTube channel, and Cletus will be saying, so was Calvin Fleet not the Ipswich best player in the last match? Tell me who has performed him for Ipswich side in that last match. Sonto is saying Rashford will not start. We will lose again today. I miss the days when Old Trafford was a fortress. Okay. Let's see what happens in that game.
No, so let me answer the guy that said Calvin was the best player.
You can come and tell us your prediction for that game. Oh, you want to answer? Just 1 minute. Answer. Let me hear.
How will you say just one match? He performed for one match and not give him out? Just see, somebody can have the best season, but not. You say the best season, he has numbers.
So you can explain entire.
Just one match.
Nothing.
One match against Arsenal. One match against Arsenal.
Your 1 minute.
Time up.
Bye. Let me take calls. Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Okay, Emmanuel calling from Mori.
Chama.
Boss, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So what's the way to end the year?
Oh, very terrible way, my brother. Very terrible way. But we go again.
The plan you give you Liverpool at the end of the year.
I accept.
I wanted 2 more. I just wanted them to spare West Ham, but they just pitied you.
So you are Johnny on the same side now.
I thought now. Okay, a quick one. Personally, I'm not a fan of history with the names of clubs. I think one of the issues most clubs are having now is that they are glued to our history. A good example, see the present Man United team and their fan base. Check a typical Man United fan, and when you talk to them, they'll take you back to the history.
Yes.
We have been this. Check the entire team now. How many champions do you have in this team?
Casemiro.
Some of them have tasted victory somewhere else. They are playing with an Amorim that is a new coach. Forget all he's done with his former team. He's a new coach. He has not tasted real victory. He just had a good run of form and they brought him in. See the entire United team now. Just one player there have tasted good victory in football. And that is the old man that they are pushing out already, Casemiro. With all the exploits of Onana, wherever he's coming from, he has not really tasted victory. So when you check the entire team, the team lacks people that know what it takes to win matches.
Yes.
I'm not talking of talent. They have talent spread around. They have even Fernandez. Fernandez have played, yes, but what has he tasted? In Portugal, he's not the key man. He's not the key man. So if you see the entire team, what Amorim should be looking at is not just buying talent. He should buy winners.
Okay.
No matter how you look at Arsenal, when they brought Jorginho in, they brought in a winner. If you see Jorginho when he plays for Arsenal, he might not be the top class player there, but you see the glue he brings in.
Okay.
You see the glue he brings in. When Rice played for Arsenal, he came from a team that just won a trophy. These are people, when you are buying players, you must consider the present Chelsea team. It's also going to affect them. Who are the winners in that team?
He don't retire.
Who won the World Cup? Apart from him, who else is the winner? See the entire back line. Who is the leader in the back line? See Liverpool. Liverpool has leaders spread around. You can't take away who their goalkeeper is. Not the number one of Brazil, almighty Brazil. Percy Van Dijk, visually one of the best centrals in the world for how many years now?
Yeah.
Then, of course, the underrated Liverpool legend and African legend. You see these three persons in the team alone, they are glues in that team. But check the other teams. Who are the glues in those teams? Even Arsenal says. Arsenal is just talent trying to explore. See this season now, every match Pape has played, you could see a man playing in midfield.
All right, Emmanuel.
I think I'm saying this most especially because of Man United fans. They should come back to reality. We are no longer living in the days of Sir Alex Ferguson.
Okay. All right.
We are no longer there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much. Okay. They didn't even give us screenshot for today. Okay.
Straight bullet for My United fans. They make noise.
Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Also, good morning, John.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
This is the engineer from Francisco.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Also,
Maga.
you do me a favor yesterday.
I not be do you any favor. Even me say they finally go do me favor.
And you know say as John don't win a match yesterday. You know John will just rate me and you.
Now they talk now.
The only way they pay me, see the ball where party go and lose. The ball will just nod inside the net where they will just confirm say see the ball for the back of the net. I just take it and put it up. Can you see the nodding of that boy who are calling that wish? You know that guy is a sharper knife and as he talk, that's how he banned. He's a very clean goal. That's what I always admire that guy. In front of goals.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? So you need to, for me, if it's truth come, let us talk it. Yeah, Alan is a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. Because that second goal for Man City is a classical goal.
Yeah.
And that's what I expect Fadi to do. Just take it and put the ball up. I don't just imagine, are you a this is to across striker sharp?
Na Yakubu for that. Na Yakubu for that match.
So that is so now. You know, West Ham just go and that's Liverpool
Trophy.
because all my plan is they will play draw with them.
Who want play the draw?
That's what my plan. I'm telling you also that the game will just be either 2-2 or 1-1.
Even you get hope past me.
But what is up is up, but no problem. Let us see what the Chelsea will play today.
Okay.
I think that's why we play today or
Tomorrow.
On Tuesday, actually. Tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry. Let us see what the Chelsea will play.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
because say Liverpool now, they were running with a point, this 9 points and with one outstanding game.
Yes.
So it's not easy now. So that's how I'm finding difficult between Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
All right.
Now to pursue them.
All right.
So I believe that Chelsea can do something today. So
Okay.
Arsenal can do something tomorrow, I believe.
All right. Thank you very much. If you look at the league table in the Premier League, Liverpool stay first after 18 games, 45 points. Nottingham Forest is second with 37 points. Arsenal is third with 36 points. Chelsea fourth, and Manchester City is fifth on that table. On the Serie A that happened in the weekend, Empoli 1, Genoa 2, Parma 2, Monza 1, Cagliari 0, Inter Milan 3, Lazio and Atlanta played the 1-1 draw. Our boys played well in that game. Our boys for Lazio scored. Bashiru scored for Lazio, and Lukman got an assist for that equalizer for Atalanta. So good games for our Nigerian brothers. Udinese 2, Torino 2. Napoli winning Venezia 1-0. Lukaku missed a penalty in that game. Then our draw master Juventus doing a game against Fiorentina 2-2 in that game, and Roma 1, and AC Milan and Roma played a 1-1 draw. With that result, they sacked their coach, so they are looking to get in a new coach for AC Milan. Okay, let's take.
Fosenka is gone, thank God.
Yeah,
you know, when I said it, John was like, he's a good manager. Then no, we know when we see a coach that is good, we tell you that this man is definitely good. Fosenka is not that man.
Let's take one call before we move to NPFL. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Chelsea man.
Chelsea man. Okay. Okay. What is your contribution?
Why is that West Ham man?
He no come today. He no come today. In the house.
At the back you make you win man.
Mm.
Too much is happening. Not zero. Huh?
It's not my fault. No be my fault. No be my fault. No be your fault.
My sister, man. You try my brother. I think it's the winner, man. The winner.
Yes.
You don't my brother, my sister, or my brother. Hey, why can't don't send me? Hey. See, my Arsenal match is not be Tuesday. I want to take a very well.
No, Wednesday.
Now Wednesday.
First
Yes.
on the first.
Then our match is today.
Yes, today. Yes.
8 o'clock.
Mm.
8:45.
Mm.
Then Man U. Sorry, West Ham. Then the Newcastle. Newcastle they form now, no.
Mm.
They go deal with the Man U. They go deal with them.
Okay.
I hear the rat trip for Old Trafford. Rat everywhere.
Okay.
Thank you.
They go
Thank you
push
very
it come
much.
out.
In the NPFL that happened on Saturday and Sunday, Bayelsa 0, Abia Warriors 1, Ayokanami 1, Kano Pillar 0. In Rangers International going to Niger to win Niger Tornadoes 1-0. Good result for Rangers International. Ikorodu City 2, Sunshine Stars 1, Lobby Stars 0, Heartland of Owerri 0. Katsina 1, National United 0, Shooting Star 1, Kwara 0, Railway Stars 2, Aqua 1, Aqua 1. Oh, good morning.
Good
Name and
morning.
location, please.
It's Magabo, the Man City legend.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. What is your contribution? Quick one.
Well, I saw what time that City have done now.
Mm.
Because we have been suffering a lot through this season, what we have been passing through.
Okay.
Mhm.
John, what do you have to say about the
Don't ask John anything.
what we have been passing through?
Just say leave John alone. Just leave John.
United will bounce back. I wish all the boys
The best.
good luck to them.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, this is how we're going to end in today's show. Congratulations to Rangers International for getting that away win. That win moved them top 3 on that table. Now they are top 4. They are now 4, just 5 points behind Remo Stars. With let's see what happens if they are going to keep continuing, because they lost at home the other time, but they won an away game, which is good for them. So kudos to them. This is how we are going to end in today's show. Tomorrow we'll come back here again and talk sports. We talk sports. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. I think today is the 30th of December, so just one more day and we enter 2025. Let's hope that 2025 will give us a good memory and that Nigeria will be better in Jesus' name.
Amen.
All right, see you guys tomorrow. My name is Godwin and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3